All right, we're doing a booty workout today. We need a bench, or it could be a couch or the end of the bed, and medium, maybe you go heavy weights. The first one we're gonna do without weights, just to get the form, and then we'll add weights. So if you can, stand about shoulder distance apart with your feet slightly turned out at the toes, squeeze the glutes, come back and think about reaching almost down towards your heels. So you're slightly bent over here and then squeezing and pulling through the glutes and the hamstrings. So it's between a deadlift and a squat. So it's a little bit different than a regular squat. We're gonna grab weight. If you feel comfortable, you can do 1 or 2 weights. So you're pretty wide out between that deadlift and squat. Here we go. We're going back, almost touches in between the heels, and then pull it forward. 2. Squeeze the backside. You should feel the hamstring a little bit more than you normally do during the squats. Everything feels strong. Make sure I get that little squeeze on the top. 2 more. Now we need our bench exercise. We're gonna use the bench. You're gonna have it underneath your shoulder blades. You can also do this on the floor if you don't feel comfortable getting on the bench. So you wanna be careful here. There's a couple different ways. I like to bring my weight here and then come down and kind of walk down, okay? Or you can get down by kind of coming in here, rolling over and getting those shoulder blades on the bench, and you might do this without weights. I'm gonna do the weights, make sure you pick them up safely. And all we're doing is pressing the hips up and down, so it's a bridge, but you get a little more glute involvement. Exhale and top. Last one. Slowly lower one down. You can just kind of drop them down. Careful on your shoulders. And then roll over to come up. We have a single leg deadlift. So we're gonna bring one leg forward and you're squeezing this back glute, coming forward and then bringing it up. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other. We got 10, of course. 7, 8, 9, 10. We have the other side, same thing. You should feel it in the front leg, the glute of the front leg. Here we go. Bend your knee if you need to, a little bit on that front. The weight stay right next to that leg. Five more. 5, squeeze the glute. Think about this hip driving back. All right, we'll put the weights down. You're gonna use this bench. So you're up on the toes, almost like you're in a plank position. You're gonna bring the leg up, bend at the knee and press up. As you do this, make sure the abs don't let go, so you're keeping a straight back. Here we go. 10, 9, flex through the heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Bend the knee, push it up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna start with the first side. This knee is gonna go out to the side and then press back, bring it back in, bring it together. Up, press back, together. 3. Think about pressing a 100-pound weight back there. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. It bends, it goes out to the side, then you press back, bring it back, glue the knees together. Out, press. You have to engage here. You have to think about pushing a really heavy weight back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay stable on that leg. 8, 9, 10. We're gonna load up the front leg, grab your weights. So I'm on the toe, and I'm actually, it's almost like a single leg squat, but it looks kind of like a lunge, but you're a little bit inward, you're not as far back. And I'm just pressing my weight into that front leg, and I'm squeezing through the glute to bring it up. So hips go back, feel that glute, engage. 2, 3, there's not a lot of weight in the leg that's behind. 4, 5, press into that heel, push the hips back. 6, 7, 8, oh, I feel the buns. 9, 10, same thing on the other side. So you have that little kickstand basically. Watch for the knee tracking, press the hips back and come up. So really feel those glutes. 2, so that knee still stays behind the toes because your hips, you're hinging from your hips. 4, you should be able to wiggle the front toes. 5, press into that heel more. 6, engage. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right, I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me today. What's nice about these videos, they're short enough that you can just play it again and again and again. So you could get another 2 sets, 3 sets, maybe even 4 sets in if you'd like. When we're working the glutes, you wanna make sure that you feel the glutes working. A lot of times if we're not concentrating on the place, a lot of us have what they call glute amnesia. That's when we're sitting a long time. When you're sitting, the glute is stretched. If the nervous system gets so used to that, just kind of letting those muscles just relax and turn off, then we'll get some imbalances. Sometimes they'll show up in the knees, sometimes it shows up in the back, but really what's happening is you don't have the glute involvement, and so these things aren't stabilized the way that they should be. So it's really important to work the glutes, especially if you're one that sits around a lot. Not being lazy, but maybe you're just doing your work and it requires you to sit a lot on the computer. When that happens, like I said, it's stretching that muscle fiber a long time. A lot of times the nervous system just kind of lets it go. But we want to keep the glutes strong, and you want to feel them during the exercises, especially if we're loading up to the front. That doesn't mean the knee starts to go over the toe when we're loading up front. It's here. You're pressing through your heel, but you're loading your weight forward, if that makes sense. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow.